Hey guys, in this tutorial, we are gonna learn together how to play with ChatGPT. Basically, this video is about how we can give ChatGPT some prompts, how it reacts, and what are the things that we can do to improve our prompts and get better responses from this model. So this is the prompt that I threw at ChatGPT. Give me a brief history of colonization in India, and let's see what we get. So as you can see, first we get a historical perspective, early European arrival and rise of the British East India Company, beginning of the rule, revolt and crown rule. And this is all we get. And this was our prompt. Give me a brief history of colonization in India. Now let's see how we can work on improving the response via our prompts. So what I'm gonna do is that I am gonna ask it to give this to me from an economic standpoint. This is the major change in the prompt that I made, and let's see what will be the difference in the response that it gives. Yeah, so as you can see, the response is different. The first subheading is trade to profit extraction, and it mentions textiles, handicrafts, and spices, and also gold and silver. Then it mentions shift to economic control, its date, the Battle of Plassey, heavy taxes on Indian goods, etc. And then it mentions deindustrialization and also infrastructure for extraction, like transporting raw materials to ports, expanding British trade. It also mentions about economic drain and poverty and post-independence reality. So the economic summary that it has given to me is entirely different from the response that it previously gave to me. Now let's do something more. So now what I'm doing is that I asked it, can you give me a response to this based on the fact that this is my college project? So I removed every historical standpoint or economic viewpoint. I'm just asking it to give this response based on the fact that I'm submitting my college project. So let's see what happens and what difference we get in the response. And here is it. The response is much more brief than before, and the vocabulary that it uses is completely changed. The way, the tone, the way it presents the answer has completely changed. At the end, what I'm doing is that I'm writing to it that based on my previous prompts, can you make this sound like me? So basically, I'm teaching the model. I'm training the model based on the previous data that it has of my prompts. So in a way, the model is learning about me and how it should give the response in my context. And let's see what happens. So this is basically LLM training, nothing else. The basic of prompt engineering. And we are basically, in some way or the other, training the model, and it's learning. It's learning through the prompts that we are giving it. And it's in its memory storing all of them and creating new responses. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so this is what we get. Yeah, so this is the humanized version of this. After that, we see a major problem, deindustrialization. Then after the Indian Rebellion of 1857, direct British rule began. So it is much more human-like and much better than before. Yes.